Have you ever thought of buildings as frozen music? Intriguing question, right? How about cities as galleries where art stands tall? See, architecture isn't just about shelter. It's where imagination meets reality. From towering skyscrapers to ancient cathedrals, architecture holds stories, emotions, and dreams carved in its very foundation. Today, we're going to be diving deep into the soul of this art form and unravel the boundless creativity within it. Well, there is a question though, what truly makes architecture an art? Let's uncover what's hidden behind these living sculptures. At its core, architecture is the process and the product of planning, designing, and constructing buildings and other physical sculptures. It's the science of shelter, form, and functionality. But here's the twist. It's not only used for that, it's also an art form. Because the people that are doing architecture are taking the moment to be imagining whatever they're going to be building. Alright, and the purpose of it, first off, is going to be to be building shelters. Places where people are going to be living peacefully, alright? That's the purpose of it. But there is something way beyond that, way beyond the just shelter thing. And we can even notice further as we go on in the video that it's very challenging for an architect to be coming up with something that is truly artistic. Think about it. When you step into a temple or gaze up at the glass skyscraper, it's not just the engineering that you admire. It's the vision behind it, the creativity. It's the way this space makes you feel. It might be a little confusing when we try to intertwine arts and architecture. Well, when we talk about arts in architecture, it's just the way these spaces makes you feel. Like what is evoked when you enter into a place, the curves, the design, the harmony of lights and shadows. Well, architecture tells a story. It actually tells stories. And these stories are not written by blueprints. They're actually written by creativity. And this is the very core of what makes art. And that's actually why I could really, kind of make these relates. Because even one of the greatest architects that I had to read about, at the very beginning of their architect era, they were simply artists, and they weren't doing anything more than just designing things on their papers or their blueprints, and it wasn't even going far, and it was just staying there. And some of these pieces are actually exposed in certain galleries, and yeah, that's actually makes sense. Well, to understand the artistic process in architecture, let's step into the world of Anthony Gaudí. Anthony Gaudí is the architect behind the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. And if you're an architect, you surely know this icon, a great cathedral in there. And Gaudí draws his inspiration from nature most of the time. And he allowed these organic shapes to be leading his works. Famously, he said, "The straight line belongs to man, but the curved one belongs to God." Well, he is somebody who most of the time was taking inspiration from nature. As many artists out there, we most of the time taking inspiration from what is around us. And talking about our nature, it's directly leading us to creation, like how nature came to life. And nature is the most important source of inspiration to any artist out there. And I'm pretty sure that nature shapes like most of our hearts, no matter what it is. It surely does, because nature is simply everywhere. Yeah, talking about it, I'm actually planning something in the background that will probably gonna be released very early this year. And you just stay tuned for what's coming next. But yeah, let's keep going on architecture. Now let's answer this little intriguing question. I tried my best along the video, but I'll try to make it a little more clear now. Why is architecture an art? In our previous discussion on interpretation, we've seen that art communicates something that goes beyond our what we see or what we touch. Architecture does the same thing. See, a building is not just something that you look at, it's something that you experience. Let's put it this way. When you walk into a space and you have a certain feeling in that space, you may feel overwhelmed, you may feel, let's say, good and just at peace just because you enter that space. Let's say a museum. There is a certain feeling when you enter into it. Let's say a bank. When you enter into a bank, there is a different feeling. When you enter into your university, there is a different feeling. And these aren't done by mistake or just randomly. These have been thought and created, let's say, already been planned by the architects. Going on and on in their field, there are certain architects that have pushed the boundaries of their skills and have created some masterpieces that we can just not skip. Well, there are some great architects like Gaudí that we just talked about. We got Zaha, we got Frank Gehry, Frank Lloyd, we got Jordan Usron, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong, and these are great people. And you can see that in the project, in every project that they are given to be working on, they are putting a certain amount of work added up with something that is just special in their way to do things. And they've worked on extraordinary structures like the Sagrada Familia with Gaudí, or the Guggenheim with Frank Gehry, or we have the Falling Water with Frank Lloyd. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, Frank Lloyd White. And what else? We also have structures like the Sydney Opera House by Jordan Usron. Well, all these things we can really explore how the human creativity can be pushed to the level of even coming up with something that is supposed to be a shelter into an artistic piece. Well, I think I'll be stopping from here, and later on I'm pretty sure I'll be coming back with another video about architecture. And I'm pretty sure that architecture isn't just a backbone of civilization. It's something that's hides within it, like the cultures of certain people. It's something probably way bigger than just buildings and skyscrapers. It's in arts that we can experience. And yeah, that's something that that I'm trying to show off here on Tshian, which is not longer Tshian on Hearts. Trying to change it so that we can go on diverse topics, but than just arts as I planned at the beginning. So yeah, I'm done from here. If you are often watching my videos and you're not subscribed yet, so please consider subscribing. And if the video was appealing to you, you can leave a like. This will always support me and give me strength to keep going with this vision of ours. Right? That was Sean. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.